Hello, I guess my voice is audible. So your today's topic, like I'll be explaining about the fundamentals which is required for the database management system. So all we have to know is CO's course outcome of all the means a subject database management system, which this is the course which comes in video uh, university. So these are the COs. With um, yeah, mainly the course actually tells you about the database concepts and what technology is required to develop the system, and also there are like some queries which will be you have to uh, write and where you have to extract in the other things. So finally, you will be able to develop the design, design and build the database application for the real world problems. These are the fun textbooks which is prescribed. So mainly the outline of the subject database manager system is this. So I'll be not, I'll be just explaining things. Will see thing. Okay. Now, there are different types of databases and the applications. Now, traditional application where you have only like numeric and textual databases, and more recent application have come up where they include multimedia databases where images, videos have been there. So some have geographical information system. So data warehouse in the sense it's maybe a bundle of databases, so that is called data warehouse. So real time and active databases, and there are like many other applications. So we'll be concentrating more about the traditional applications in this videos. Okay. So first thing we have to know like few concepts or few fundamentals where you can just try to describe what is database system. When I say database, it's a collection of data. Again, data is nothing but information, and information which is prescribed for something, for some special task that can be ca- called as related data. And again, those collection of the related data are called as database. So I was talking about data. Data is nothing but information which actually be a known fact, which can be recorded or which can be told as in a fact. Okay, it's not like some assumptions which will be made. So it's all the known facts. Now next, mini world. It's like some part of the real world about where database is used, like together. See, there are like some of the application where we actually have the bundles of data and use those data to analyze something. Like we analyze student grades from the student information, and like that. There are a lot of things which happens at the real world and where we are using the database system. And then coming to the database management system, there's a software package or something or a system which are available to create and maintain the database system for us. So we'll be seeing one most of the things in the later on videos. Yeah. And finally, the database system. Database put together with the data. It's called as database system, and so these are some definitions. And here, I guess you can just see there's a simplified database system environment where you have a database system uh, where users or programmers will be the persons who act for who uses those systems. And you can just see the database management system software includes the particular software where we actually run the use the write the queries. And there's a software to access the stored databases, and at the physical, at the end, uh, at the next layer you can just see the stored database definition and metadata, and also stored database. Metadata is nothing but the data of the data. So this is just a slide diagram where you actually try to get to know what is the concept behind um, database system, like who are involved, what kind of applications or programs or what kind of softwares are involved, and all such things. Moving on, we will just see the typical functionalities of the database management system. First, we actually get to know what is database in terms of the what type of data is required. So that will be structured in the form of tables, could be. And also there will always be a constraint for each of the data. So that is like we have to have the structured form of data, so that will have a confidence of accessing the data or maintaining the data later on. Now, next, you have to construct or load the initial database contents on the secondary storage medium. That is always there, where you have to store. Next, like manipulating the database, like manipulating in the sense where how we exactly use the database system. Maybe we use retrieval for querying or generating the reports, where we use modification. In the modification, we can insert the values or delete the values or update the contents, or accessing the database through web application. So these are the few things which you will be applying or using in the database. I mean, use the database, the form of using the database. Like next, processing and sharing by a set of concurrent users. That is one more way of functionality which actually has been there. Um, Next, of next to say, there are some other features like protection or security measures to prevent unauthorized access, active processing to take internal actions on data, and there always be a presentation on how to visualize the data which is stored in the database. Now, all such maintaining the database and programs to over the lifetime, so that we have that data always. Okay, so all the things are there. So just an example to make you understand what is actually the database. So suppose there's a university which is there, and under university you have some of the entities, mini world entities. Entities in the sense they are like real time attributes which is going on, and which will always be there. Like students, where students has to hop for courses, and the sections will be there for the students, and departments is there, and instructors. So these are the things. I guess I'll just stop it here, and